What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Under the Arch Sports. I'm Eric Hobbs, and it's time to talk about John Tonje, the newest Missouri Tiger basketball transfer. Before we do, first, I need you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, find us on Facebook, Instagram, and on Twitter. Every like, every follow, every subscription, it all helps. Thanks. All right, so John Tonje, 6'5", 210, coming out of Colorado State, and he's kind of a dynamic player. You look at his statistics, 14.6 points per game, 4.7 boards per game. He shot just below 40%, 38.9, I believe, percent from three on about 5 shots per game. He's an 81% free throw shooter. He's a pretty highly rated transfer. The Torvik rankings have him, I believe, number 30 of all players in the transfer portal. Out of, 800,000 kids, they got him number 30. And on three, they rank him as a 4-star. So highly rated as far as the transfer portal goes. Now, as far as, as far as how many schools have been after him, it's impossible to say who's offered or who has it. It's not clear with the transfer portal all the time. But here is a list long enough that I had to write down of all the schools who had expressed interest. And let's face it, if you're expressing interest in a guy, you're probably willing to offer. This is in no order: Michigan, LSU, Oklahoma, Memphis, Utah, Illinois, TCU, Xavier, Nebraska, Creighton, Arkansas, Ohio State, Virginia, Iowa State, Washington, Texas A&M, UCF, Northwestern, Oklahoma State, Oregon, and Missouri. So, a number of tournament teams in there, number of good teams, highly sought after guy. That's the bottom line. When I looked at his film, I saw a guy who is versatile offensively. He can spot up shoot if he's left open. If you say, oh, he might yank that three and get up close, he can go right by you. He's athletic enough to create his own shot going that way. And he's an athletic dude. He can get to the rim. There's at least one Twitter highlight of him having a thunderous dunk for Colorado State. Yeah, he's kind of like DeAndre Golston, except a little more athletic and a better three-point shooter. A little bit like that. His assist-turnover ratio was below 1, so I'd like to see him get a little cleaner with the ball. And if he has an opportunity, he will try to finish. So, not all that different than Golston in that regard, I'd say. With Missouri and what they're losing, it's hard to say that this is straight up replacing DeAndre Golston, because you look at Kurt Lewis, the JUCO transfer coming in for Missouri. Similar build, similar athleticism. They're both kind of the same. I'd say between the two of them, the hope is to have made up for Golston and Demoy Hodge. So, a big pickup either way. But I think more than comparing someone's game that you're losing to who's coming in, I think you look at the sum of the parts and see if everything is accounted for. Because Tonje, he is more athletic and a better three-point shooter than Golston. But he's maybe not quite as good of a spot-up shooter as Hodge. He's not as good causing turnovers on the defensive end as Hodge. So you can't compare. It's not apples to apples when you're looking at one guy's game. And that's fine, as long as the sum of the parts adds up, right? I don't think Missouri fans care who does what as long as it adds up to a win. And that's the approach here. Big time get, I think, for Missouri. I think he adds a lot of athleticism. I think also he adds that element in the half-court offense. How many times did we see Missouri against a good defense, Texas A&M, even Mississippi State, where they'd slow the pace down, make you grind it out. And Missouri couldn't do anything in the half-court set. That is something that Tonje's game will help with. So that's important to get a guy like this. If Isaiah Mosley comes back, and that's a mystery, the two of them on the court together, there's the chance for it to be dynamic. But that'll be a discussion for further down the road. That's all I've got for this video, guys. Thanks for checking out Under the Arch Sports. Go ahead and subscribe to us. Keep it tuned in for all the news in the world of St. Louis sports. See you guys next time.